Oh my god. This is pretty bad. Ayo, it is week 24 of the weekly video logs for Garage Games. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to me on YouTube or following me on Facebook. I do weekly video logs where I document everything I'm doing in my journey to open up a video game store in Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin. So, today is actually Friday. I got off of work super early. It's even light out still, which is awesome. Yesterday I forgot to record anything, but I sold Call of Duty Black Ops 2 for the 360 to a guy, and he was also looking for an extra 360 controller, but I didn't really want to sell him the ones that I had because I only got 3. About a month ago, I made the decision to not sell controllers because too often I've gotten consoles with no controller, and I didn't have a controller because I'd sell them to people. I'd love to be able to offer people controllers, or at least like new third-party controllers, but I told him I didn't really want to sell him one. I offered to sell him a wired one. He didn't want it because it was wired. So I dug around in my garage for about 10 minutes and I found an arcade 360 controller. Untested, it was pretty dirty. I don't know if it worked. So I told him I'd sell this to you for $5. If it doesn't work, I'm sorry. Or you can wait a couple days. I'll clean it up, I'll test it, make sure it's good to go, and I'll sell it for 20. Don't really want to, but you seem like you really want to get one of these controllers right away. So I was kind of helping him out in a way. Like I mentioned, sometimes I'm a sucker. You can push me around and make me do things I don't want to do. But he took the $5 chance on it, and it ended up working, so lucky him. But yeah, again, I'm not selling controllers, first-party controllers anymore. I really need to hold on to them. Like that PlayStation 2 I cleaned yesterday, or 2 days ago. I only had an Emerald controller. I had a couple PS2 standard black controllers a couple days ago, or a couple weeks ago, and I sold them. I don't know what I was thinking. I sold them, but it is what it is. I'm really going to buckle down on it and say, no, I'm sorry. No more controllers. Hopefully I can provide some kind of option for people in the future. Like maybe I get a business license and I can order from XYAB and I'll have that option for people at least. So today I'm going to clean an original Xbox because the one I just cleaned the other day, somebody was messaging me on Facebook and saying they wanted one, so that one's going to be sold tomorrow morning. So I'm going to preemptively get to my last original Xbox that I have in stock, but it's pretty filthy. As you can see, a lot of dust. Haven't opened it up yet. Got to open it up, check the capacitors, make sure it's good to go. So let's go ahead and do that. Morning, it is Saturday today. It's my day off. So excited to have the weekend off. Last night, I ended up not getting to the original Xbox. Ended up hanging out with my girlfriend instead. So today I'm going to get to the original Xbox. I do have the guy who wants my one that's good to, my original Xbox that's clean, ready to go. He's going to be out here soon to pick it up. And if you buy a console from me, I give you $5 off any game or a free $5 and under game. And he's going with Amped. I love this game. Super nostalgic for me. I remember spending a whole day not burning. You could take your CDs, ripping. I spent an entire day ripping my CDs onto the original Xbox because a lot of games you could listen to the music you ripped to the original Xbox while playing the game. Amped was one of those games. A lot of fun. Listening to Silverstein Thursday while playing a snowboarding game. It was just great. It even had like a menu where it would show the artist's name and the song you're listening to as it popped up. I miss shit like that. Bring this back. Really miss the days where you could do stuff like that, especially with like the Grand Theft Auto series. You could have your own personal radio station when you got into a car. So cool. Anyway, he's gonna grab this game. I gotta go into Chippewa shortly after that to buy a PlayStation 4 controller from a guy, hoping it works. It's not gonna be tested, but I need one for the PlayStation 4 I got, because theme of the video is I don't want to sell controllers, and I sold PlayStation 4 controllers, got a PlayStation 4 without a controller, so now it's just been sitting, and I'm sick of it sitting, so I'm just going to drop 25 bucks on a controller and hoping that it works. So let's start the day. Got the original Xbox opened up, looking at all of these little capacitors, making sure none of them are bulged or have already exploded, but they all look good to me. However, I'm assuming this console had to be repaired at some point, because there's a bunch of goop here, and here. I've never seen this before, and it kind of feels like it's caulk. So whoever repaired it did a really messy job on it. It looks really bad, but the console works really well. I consulted 2 other people who are more experienced with technical repairs, and that's what they told me, and don't really have to worry about it, so that makes me happy. It just looks kind of gross and weird, but I'm gonna get back to cleaning this thing and reassembling it. Holy crap, this thing is caked with dust. This might be the worst one I've seen. But let's clean it and make it look 100 times better than this. It is looking so much better. All right, time to reassemble everything and clean the shell. The Xbox is all cleaned up and good to go. It's gonna test out the PlayStation 4 controller. A little nervous about it. He said it worked, but I don't know. The thumbstick feels a little off, but I have to install Call of Duty, so got to do that before I can actually test it. I wish I had an easier way to test controllers, but I'm going to head over to Matt's house. We're going to hash out a few things, and I'll let you know what we decide. Back from Matt's, and we discussed a store layout. We were able to agree on it, and a store name. So I'm not going to say the name or discuss the name quite yet. It is paying homage to Garage Games. It's not going to be Garage Games, so I understand that if we call it Garage Games, it doesn't really represent the stuff that he's selling necessarily. So we were able to come up with a combination of things, and yeah, like I said, it pays homage to the garage. So I'm happy with it. I think it's a great name. And then the store layout, I will draw up a little blueprint of the way we're going to have it set up, and I will show you in the next clip, because I'm going out for tacos and margaritas right now, and I ain't got time to do that. Good morning. It is Sunday today. So what I have in front of you is pretty much the layout of how we're going to have the store. I'm not very good at art or drawing or writing, anything, so please be kind to me with my blueprint skills here. So it is 290, maybe a little more square feet that we have to work with. The entrance to the mall is going to be on this side, so you'll walk into the mall and we'll be right around the corner here. We're going to have a double wide entrance. We don't want to do doors. We want to do something like you would see at a mall, so like metal gates that you can slide to the left or right or up. We're yet to figure out how we're going to have that exactly, because we're going to also have to pay for that. So we're probably going to go with the cheapest, most secure option we can, but we definitely do not want swinging doors. We're not going to have any windows in here, so we want some light to shine through here at all times. So you're going to come in. We're going to have the checkout straight ahead, so if we're at the checkout, you can see us working, and you'll see our beautiful beards right away. Then behind us, we're going to have cabinets right here with a shelf for storage and stuff like that. You know, I'm not sure how I'm going to set out the games, if I'm going to leave everything in their cases, or if I'm going to take expensive ones out and put them behind the counter. That is undecided yet. But I'm going to put my resurfacer up there, a little testing station on my half. with a TV and some consoles. It's going to be cramped, but I'm going to deal with it, and it's still going to be good. So we're going to split it right down the middle. This side is going to be video games, and this side is going to be TCG, toys, vintage pop culture shirts, and probably some other stuff that he decides on. So we're gonna have the checkout. This is going to be high-end expensive video games, and this is going to be high-end expensive TCG, maybe toys. And then we're both gonna have the side walls. So I'm gonna have all of my loose carts, 360 games, Wii and stuff all lined up along these two walls. I'm going to get a double-sided rack so that when I get the business license, I can apply to XYAB and become like part of their partnership, and they only ship business to business. So not everyone can just go on their website and order new controllers and stuff. You actually have to have a business. So I'm going to use half of the rack for their controllers. Their third-party controllers are actually legitimate, and they are very awesome, especially their Nintendo 64 controllers. They're really nice. So have a stock of that stuff here, as well as like extra cords. You know, you need an extra GameCube AV cord. You can get them from me now. Well, not yet. I haven't applied for it yet. And then on the other side, they also sell plush in bulk. So I'm gonna do some maybe Pokemon and video game related plush, definitely Kirby, because there's a lot of Kirbys to choose from. But something like that, a little more variety. And again, I can't have everything I want because of the space that I have is very limited. And then on Matt's side, he's gonna line up his wall with toys. He's gonna hang shirts. He might put something in this space. Haven't talked to him about that. I don't know if he decided. I was thinking it would be awesome if he could get a couple 6-foot tables so people can rip their packs right there and hang out and probably play some games and stuff. I think that'd be really great, but that's going to probably be undecided until we get in there, put everything up, and really see how it feels. It might only be enough space for one table. But yeah, that's pretty much the layout. I'm happy with it. I feel like it's going to be comfortable, especially this entrance, because you're going to walk in and there's a wall or a ceiling that cuts off right about here. But right in this area, it goes straight up. So you're going to come in and you're not going to be smothered by this ceiling right away. It's going to be awesome. But looking forward to it. I can't wait to get this started. Haven't quite signed the lease yet, but we are in plans to get it signed here soon. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of work. I think I'm not going to invest into any slat wall right away. I have to go into this spending as little money as possible, right? So I'm going to use all my current display cases and all of my bookshelves. I would really prefer, you know, we have matching display cases, but that's not going to be the case until, you know, I get comfortable, save up some money, and I can get some nicer display cases. And same with slat wall too. So we're just going to have to deal with me having bookshelves. With slat wall, I'll be able to put a lot more out as well. So that's going to be a priority of mine to invest in right away, because, you know, you got to buy the slat wall, you got to cut the slat wall, you got to hang the slat wall, then you got to buy all the racks and hooks and accessories that come along with it. So it is an incredibly expensive thing to do. And I'd probably want to pay a professional to make sure that they get hung up real secure, because I do not trust myself to do that by myself. So, well, there's the layout. I think it looks nice, simple, basic. You'll be able to do, you know, kind of a little loop around the whole store. And it's going to be small, but it's going to feel comfortable, I think. But again, until we physically put all of the stuff in there, we're not sure exactly how it's going to feel, but that's okay. I'm ready to move forward, and I think it is going to be great. On that note, I got one thing to do today. Well, one thing that's planned, and that is to test the PlayStation 4 controller. So let's hope that it works. The controller is working just fine. It's in a little rough shape. It was pretty dirty. It had a little bit of stick drift. I could feel like resistance in it before I even tested it. So I was expecting that, but sprayed some isopropyl in there and kind of worked the joystick like that. and that cured the stick drift. So all I gotta do is open it up, get a deep clean in it, and spray out the mechanism that the sticks go into, and I think it's good to go. It's just, you know, a little used, unfortunately. The PlayStation's good, just gotta clean it up. Let's do this. Even though the controller tested just fine, I'm still opening it up, and I'm gonna do a deep clean on it. I'm gonna blow out the joystick mechanism, get all the hair and shit out of there, and then clean up all of this, like what I like to call gamer gunk. The buttons were a little sticky, so gotta get in there and clean the buttons, reassemble it, and retest it. Damn, it is dusty as fuck in here. Holy cow. All right, let's get to the fan. Oh my God. This is pretty bad. I'm happy I am opening this thing up and cleaning this out, because holy cow, guys, that is a lot of gunky dust. Oh man. All right, got it reassembled. It is reading a game, so it is good to go. It's running a little quieter too. That makes me happy. All right, this is gonna be the last thing I do today, and I gotta work tomorrow. See if I do anything tomorrow. I lied, that was not the last thing I'm doing tonight. I'm going to meet somebody who's gonna buy a stack of games from me. He's taken all of my best Wii titles. Son of a bitch, I should have saved half of these. Pretty much all of them except for Carnival Games and Avatar I should have saved, but it's okay. I made a mistake and showed him these games, so go sell them to him real quick. It is Tuesday tonight. Just got home from work. I did a little trade with somebody. He traded Construction Simulator 4. They made 4 of these freaking games. Get to Work in Canada. What the fuck? What is this game, dude? Well, obviously it's Construction Simulator, but why? But I traded that, and he gave me $10 cash, and he got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas on the 360, as well as MX vs. ATV Alive, I think. Not Alive, Unleashed. So, it was just a loose copy of it. Actually, he wanted this game, but when I was checking the disc to make sure it was good, it was MX vs. ATV Unleashed in here, so my dumb ass put that game into this case, and yeah, I didn't realize it was a mistake until this morning. So, I don't really have anything to do, but I don't work tomorrow. I gotta do something. I want to stay up a little late. I was thinking I was gonna go through. This is all of like my overflow stuff that I have multiples of. Go through there and, you know, clean them up, resurface, replace the cases and stuff like that, just so that everything is ready for opening day. Also, I am going to make a decision to start selling sports games, and not just for 50 cents a piece. I just get so much of them, and it's going to fill out a ton of space on the shelves, but yeah, I'm not going to have egregious pricing on sports games. I still don't really want them, but if you bring them to me, I will make you a $1 or $2 offer on the games, because I'm thinking I'll price them at $2.99 for any sports games other than like NBA Hang Time, Jam, Blitz, some golf games. But yeah, I suppose I should do that. Let's do it. Right, well, I guess I cannot do this tonight because I'm all out of disinfectant wipes, and that's what I use to clean the grime and the gunk off of cases. So it's too late for me to go to Walmart right now. I'm gonna have to go tomorrow. I'm a little concerned about the 360 broken cases though, because there are so many of them, as you can see. Way too many 360 cases are broken, and original Xbox too, but I got enough cases. So I just don't have enough replacement cases, I don't think. So I'm going to have to do what I can and save them for another time, I suppose. Hopefully I can buy third-party replacement cases in the future from a company. but I can't spend that money on stuff like that right now. So we'll see what I can get done tomorrow. Good morning. It is Wednesday today. It is my day off of work, and it is also a very important day today. My Facebook reached 420 followers, so gotta blaze up today. I'm kidding. Today is the day that we signed the lease. A little nervous, incredibly excited, still so much to do. So we're gonna sign the lease, then we're gonna have to, probably not today, but we're gonna have to get an LLC, the license for Chippewa. We're gonna have to hash out how we want a store sign. I was thinking just initially starting out with something like this, just a cheap vinyl banner, but we're also gonna consider having like an actual sign made for us. But like I've said before, trying to spend as little money as possible because the licenses and all that other stuff is going to be pretty pricey. We're also going to have to talk to the guys, contractors, to see how much a door is going to cost. So that's probably going to be pretty expensive as well. But like I said, a little nervous. It's a huge commitment. I hope it doesn't fail, but I'm ready to move forward with my life and hoping that it all works out in the end. Not doing that until noon, so I got a couple things going on. Well, one thing I already did. The guy who I traded games with yesterday was having issues with his Grand Theft Auto San Andreas not loading properly. So he came over, we swapped it out because it is doing this. It is saying unreadable disc, even though the disc is in really nice condition. So it's just a defective disc, which kind of sucks because it's a $15 game and it's a really good game, but it's defective and it doesn't work. So dealt with that. And then in a little bit here, somebody is bringing out their Pokemon Soul Silver for me to replace their save battery. Haven't done a save battery in a couple months, so I'm looking forward to doing that. And then at some point today, I got to get to all of these damn games, so I got to go to Walmart and get some cleaning supplies. But I'm ready. I'm excited. Let's get the day going. Alright, I just put a new battery in this game. Let's go ahead and save it and turn it back on and make sure the save file is still there. Pretty basic and simple repair, but sometimes you might have a bad battery, or my dumbass might have put the battery in backwards. So let's hope that I did it correctly. I love the look of the lime Game Boy Color. So cool looking. It's got a aftermarket back on it. There we go. We're gonna do it one more time because sometimes it'll have just enough juice to save it for a minute or so, and then it won't save after about a minute. So fast forward through this. Okay, fingers crossed. Good to go. Hell yeah. Another battery swap success. I went to Walmart to get a couple things, so I picked up baby wipes. This is something new I'm gonna try. I saw a random video of a guy saying he recommends using this stuff for cleaning cartridges and game cases and stuff. So way more cost effective. You get 300 of these for $7, whereas the other disinfectant wipes I was using is $4 for 75. So hopefully this works well. It makes sense, so I'm assuming it will. Don't know why it wouldn't, but Matt is on his way, so we're gonna head out real soon to sign the lease. It is official. We have signed the lease and we have agreed to set up a store in Lake Wissota. Very exciting and also very emotional. 2 years ago, I only dreamt about this moment where it would be actually happening. I know it's not like day one or anything, but signing the lease is pretty much setting it in stone, if you get what I mean. But it's a little earlier than I was expecting, but that's okay. things play out the way they do for a reason, and I feel like it's the right time. I met the right people. The space is perfect, and I feel like it's the best time to start. April 1st is our goal. We might push it back a couple weeks, but no later than May 1st will be our day one opening. But we would really like to be in there April 1st when they have a grand opening for the mall in general. I think it would be a bad idea to not be there for that, but we got a lot of stuff to do still. Got a lot of money to spend. We got to get licenses and all that good stuff. We got to get a pay system. We got to get insurance. So much to do yet. But as of right now, we are just waiting for them to remodel the space. They got to put up the walls. They got to finish the ceiling and then take out all the other stuff that's in there. But after that, it's all downhill. We got to keep rolling, keep going. We're going to do a little painting. We're going to do a little decorating, and we're going to get some signs made. And we also got to get everything in there. Most importantly, though, are the licenses so that Matt can apply for distribution for Pokemon, and I can apply for partnership with XYAB, because it's going to be important to offer, extra hookups and controllers for people. I absolutely need to get that going. So we're going to wait about a week. He's going on vacation, or not on vacation. He's going on a trip. And when he gets back, we're really going to kick it into gear. Don't know how long it's going to take them to actually finish remodeling that space, but it shouldn't take very long because they said we are the easiest people they've had to deal with, because we literally don't want anything that they're not doing. We might want a couple extra outlets, but we'll have to see the cost of that. If it's too much money, we're going to pass on the extra outlets, just because I want some for lights and stuff like that, but we don't necessarily need that right away. And we also don't want to invest a ton of extra money into the space because we don't plan to be there very long. So, yep, just got that to do. I'm really emotional, and there's a lot going on in my mind right now. After I signed the lease, I kind of zoned out for a while, just thinking. My mind was racing, and Matt was like, "You good?" I said, "Yeah, I'm good. It's just, 2 years of hard work for this moment, and it's finally happening. It's cathartic, if that's the right word. But I'm going to take the rest of the day easy so I don't overdo it on my emotions. And again, thank you to everyone who watches these vlogs. I know there aren't a lot of you, but I definitely appreciate each and every one of you. You're awesome, and I love you. And I'll be back at some stuff tomorrow. I completely spaced that it is Wednesday night, so this is the last clip of this week's video log. I made a post to Facebook updating everyone with what's going on about the name change and the signing of the lease. So if you're watching this, you already know probably. The name of the store is going to be the Retro Garage. Looking forward to it. Super excited to get everything started. Jacobson's Market made a post about it, and my Facebook followers went up 30 people in a matter of hours. So that's really good, because it would normally take me like a month to get 30 followers. So feeling really good. People seem to be optimistic and excited about it, but yeah, I can't wait. So if you made it this far, thank you again so much for your time. You're awesome, and I appreciate all of you, and I will see you next week. Peace.